Today I'm gonna teach you how to make selections in Adobe Photoshop. Now all you have to do is fire up Adobe Photoshop and import the photo that you want. I will teach you 3 ways of making selections. The first way will be how to make selections with quick selection. The second way will be with using the magic wand tool, and then the third way will be the coloring. I can add a fourth way, which will be select subject. Okay, now for now, let's start with the quick selection. The quick selection tool allows you to make selections fast. Selections that have the same color noticeably, like the blue color here. You can make a selection of the blue easily. Now, how do we do this? You can add to the selection using this plus sign here. This is the add to selection. The other one with the minus is the remove from selection. Add to selection will add a certain area to the selection. But if you don't want, maybe moved to this place and you don't want the white part, you simply remove from the selection or subtract from the selection. Now, if the brush is too big, you can decrease the size and remove this from the selection. Now, if you find that it is difficult to make the selection perfectly with this is where the magic wand tool comes to help. Now, what do we use the magic wand tool for? The magic wand tool is used to make selections of area with similar colors. You can simply do this by clicking on the area. It has selected all the blue for you, or similarly you can select the white part only. Now, if you made a selection and you want the blue part instead of the white part, you can simply right click and select inverse. Now, this does not apply here because my layer has using the magic wand tool, you can add this area and the other, but if you don't want certain areas, you can simply click on the subtract from selection and subtract this from the selection. Using this, you can make a layer cut, and voila, you have a perfect selection of the Facebook logo. Now, those are the 2 ways to make selection. What about if you have a background that you want to remove? Maybe you took a photo with a green screen or a certain color in your background. How do you do this? In areas which you have your similar background, as in this photo, you can click on the unlock icon to unlock the layer. Okay, now to do this, if you have a similar color, you can come to select and click on color range. The color range will help you to click on a certain area that you want and get the selection from there. Okay, to do this, you have to click on the add to selection or remove from selection. To add a selection, you have to sample a color. Maybe you want the blue color. The blue color is the background, you want the subject. How do you do this? You can simply click on the add to selection and start adding to the selection. As you do this, you will notice that the background starts fading away. It becomes white. The black part is the visible part, the subject, but the other sampled out colors. But this is not completely perfect. Why? Because when you sample some colors, it leaves out some of it. Now you can simply remove this by going to the fuzziness and adjusting it to a value where you will see the subject turn black completely and the background will be completely transparent, completely white. Yeah, that is the best. Now after you do this, simply click on OK and Adobe Photoshop will make a perfect selection for you. As you can see, you can right click and select. Make sure you have the selection tool selected. Right click and you can either make a layer via cut or copy. When you click layer via cut, it removes the whole background for you. But as you can see, it does a very good job, but not completely perfect. Why? Because this area was left out. To fix this, you have to make a perfect selection by making a very good fuzziness control. I did this very fast. It might not be as perfect as it should be. Or also, we can use the magic wand tool. What does the magic wand tool do? The magic wand will select similar colors. As you can see, it has selected the blue. It will select the blue again and just simply add to the selection and add until you have a perfect selection. But you have to do more with the magic wand than you did using the color range. It will need more and more and more work. How else can you do this though? You can think of another way. You can use the select subject. Select subject is a feature that selects a person from a photo. Adobe Photoshop calculates the areas that have a person in and selects the subject from the background. Let us see what it will do. Now this is the selection, but as you can see, it's not that perfect. If you zoom in a little bit, you will notice that some areas were left out. You can simply use the quick selection tool to take out these areas slowly. Or better, you can use the magic wand tool. The magic wand does a better job at selection because it selects a certain color that you do not want. As you can see, some areas have been selected, so you can simply click on the selection tool and add them to your selection. Simple, isn't it? Now once you have a perfect selection of these areas, you can guess what to do. Simply right click and either select layer via cut, layer via copy, or make a mask of the selection. Now for this purpose, I will make a mask. Once you do it, you'll notice that all the blue goes away, but you remain with the white, which is the subject. The black here represents the transparent mask. Now, thank you for joining us in this tutorial and welcome back.